Good evening. Welcome to Foxboro High School here for the Warrior Classic Championship between the Foxboro Lady Warriors and the Foxboro Lady Bulldogs. Mark, I'm here with Mark Fenella, and Mark Davis. And Mark, it should be a pretty good game tonight.
Yes, well, these two teams are familiar with each other. They played in the first round of the Warrior Classic last year. This is going to be an interesting opponent. They absolutely ruled the South Coast Conference this year. The Bulldogs of Old Rochester come in with an 18-2 record, and they are definitely a powerful team. But the question you have to ask is, what kind of competition did they face all year long, and will the incredible defense that the Foxboro Warriors play, will that upset the apple cart?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's we don't have the gym looks kind of empty here, so if you're still on your way home or listening in, you want to come down. It should be a very, very entertaining game, so come on down and help support the girls tonight.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, national anthem. So Old Rochester definitely bringing the energy already, getting ready for this game.
Well, Mark, I can give all our faithful viewers and listeners the starting lineups for tonight. For Old Rochester, number 3, Logan Fernandez, a 5'6" sophomore guard, and she's a three-point shooter they're going to have to keep an eye on. Number 11, Meg Horan, a 5'8" junior forward. Cadence Johnson, number 12, she's a 5'9" sophomore forward. Maggie Burjali, number 20, she is the second leading scorer on the team, a 5'9" sophomore. There's a lot of young kids on this team. And number 23, Mary Butler. She is one of the taller people on the team, and she's a 5'9" senior guard, but I think she looks a little bit taller than 5'9". I may not have gotten that one right in the research last night. And she will be starting in the front court. For the Foxboro Warriors, of course, the usual suspects, as they say. Yara Fawaz, number 3. Caitlin Mollick, number 11, now with 1,100 career points. Lizzie Davis, number 14. Abby Haspin, 22. And Shakira Katan, number 23. And we're ready to go.
Yara will be taking the tip, as usual. Yara gets it over to Liz. Liz holds up. He's looking for Caitlin at first, but good defense there by number 3, Logan Fernandez.
And we'll see if that's going to be Caitlin's shadow tonight.
Oh, Yara throws one up, gets bumped, no call.
Surprised didn't have to replace the backboard on that one. She put some oomph on that.
She certainly did. And Fernandez gets, so yeah, you got Caitlin on Fernandez, who, like you said, very good ball handler. Oh, Yara Fawaz steps in on the defense. It looks like the ball was going to Megan Moran, one of the captains on the team. And Yara blocked the pass out of bounds. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, and Liz tries to. Oh, and they got a.
Yes, they're going to call Lizzie with the foul there.
Foul. That's a. Well, yeah. Lisa didn't like the call. Lisa was saying that hey, she touched the ball out of bounds, knocked the ball out of bounds. Didn't really get a lot of body, but you know, the call was made. Rochester looking to get the ball down low. Oh, Abby with a beautiful block. And Liz with a rebound.
Butler had 2 good chances there, couldn't convert.
Malika, step back 3. No good off the rim. Shakira tries to get it. No good. Brajoli.
Yep.
And Malika steals it from her. Caitlin looking, drives. Gets bumped. They got a block at Brajoli.
Yep. And actually, it was funny because Caitlin led with her arm, and I was a little worried for a half a second that there might have been an offensive foul on that, but the Warriors have the ball.
Beautiful pass over to Liz. Gets fouled. That's Megan Moran with a foul. So Liz going to the line for 2.
The coach of the Old Rochester Bulldogs, Bob Hone, has been there for 42 years. He got his 650th win in the game against Hoosac Valley last night. 50-33 win to reach the final game of this tournament.
Very impressive, very impressive. Liz missed the first end of the 2 shots. And hits the second.
And so Foxboro draws first blood here.
Foxboro looking to trap a little bit early. Gets it to the corner. Oh, nice move. Number 12 throws it up.
Cadence Johnson's shot does not go. Shakira with her first rebound of the night.
So slowing it down. Lisa calling the play out. Yeah, it looks like, they'll try to get it down to Johnson down there for Old Rochester. That'll be a good battle between her and Shakira. Abby looking for Shakira. Couldn't get it. Johnson, good defense.
It looks a little bit like a box and one.
Oh, and Lizzie Banks went off with a 3.
Well, Lizzie had a great night the other night, a career high 24, and I would think that this is a possibility that she could keep this up. That would be great.
And it was a very good pick set by Shakira. So Johnson throws one up, no good. Liz with a box out. Caitlin with the ball. Caitlin looking to run. Oh, nice move, stutter step. Goes right by her for 2.
And a timeout called by the Old Rochester Bulldogs right off the bat.
So that's a good timeout there. Foxboro looking like they're starting to get in the groove a little bit. Doing a good job on the defensive rebounds there, and then getting the ball and just running. Which is obviously a Foxboro trademark. I mean, Mark, you know that better than anybody. Lisa loves getting the ball and start the transition game.
Old Rochester finished 18-4 last year. They're 18-2 now. But let's listen in on Lisa and see what her instructions are.
Give her a little bit too much space when they picked it up. Like an errant pass over there, just a little bit closer to her.
So, again, excellent camera and audio work there by Foxboro Cable to get into the huddle, to give you kind of an up-close look at Lisa and her coaching style and what she's telling the girls on this early in the game.
Last year, as I was saying, Old Rochester reached the semifinal round of Division II South. They lost to Hingham 52-36. Look at Lizzie's step back for a three-pointer.
Again, Shakira with that good pick. Lizzie banks it off the glass. And Shakira with another rebound gets it out to Caitlin.
Hernandez with the runner, didn't go. Old Rochester a little wild with their shots coming into this game. I would say a lot of that has to do with the Foxboro defense.
Liz tries to drive, gets it over to Abby. Abby drives, gets it back to Caitlin. Caitlin from 3. No good, long off the iron.
Meg Horan with the rebound, and here come the Bulldogs. A little bit of a weak South Coast Conference this year. I'm not trying to denigrate their record, but I'm just saying that this is a different level of basketball they're playing right now.
Yeah. Fernandez looking to drive. Caitlin with a good defense. Shot clock down to 8. Oh, in and out. Yara Fawaz getting held, grabs a rebound. Great rebound there by Yara Fawaz.
I'll tell you, the Bulldogs are probably thinking there's a lid on these rims.
That was a good shot by Johnson. It just rolled around. Yara gets the ball, looking to get it to Abby, trying to get it down to Shakira. Shakira, oh, they got to travel on Shakira. So Johnson, good job defensively, not moving. she's got the size to match up with Shakira, so that is going to be a very good matchup all night long. Malika and Fernandez making her work hard. Oh, yes. And they got the offensive foul. Liz right in the paint again as usual.
Great job. Great job.
They're going to have to paint her name, Liz, right in the middle of the blue because she's been there all year long. That's probably like her 12th or 13th charge this year. Here it is again. Steps up, gets good position, takes the hard foul.
Both teams have, that's 3-1 right now on the fouls, Old Rochester.
Shakira, good the ball, gets it down to Liz, gets it down to Yara. Yara's spin move, throws one up, no good, gets her own rebound, gets it back to Shakira. Shakira dribbles, gets it over to Abby. Abby looking to drive, nothing there. Gets it back to Caitlin. Caitlin looking, Shakira with a good pick. Nowhere to go, gets it to Shakira. Oh, and it gets stolen away by 23, Mary Butler.
Yeah, ripped right out of her arms. And I noticed that people really did collapse on Shakira right at that moment, too. So,
oh, Liz steps in front of it.
Great job, great steal by Lizzie Davis.
That was good anticipation there. She could see where they were looking to go, and then she got right in front of the pass. So Foxboro has 6-0 lead, about 3.5 minutes left. Malika looking, trying to find some space. Steps back, nothing there. Caitlin calling out the play. And trying to get the ball down. Yara trying to get it down to Shakira. Gets it to Shakira. 8 on the shot clock. Throws one up. No good. Liz with a rebound.
Oh,
no good.
Oh.
Oh, Liz tries to save it. And Johnson trying to go all the way down and throws the pass. No good.
Now, both these teams are on winning streaks right now, Mark. The Old Rochester Bulldogs have won 13 straight after losing to Falmouth. They had 2 non-league games with Falmouth, which is a team they beat in last year's tournament, and they've lost both of those. But they've won 13 in a row. Foxboro on a 9-game winning streak right now.
Oh, Shakira gets the ball, gets it down low to Yara. Yara bumps her, throws it up, no good. Number 23, Butler with the rebound. Gets it over to Fernandez. So for a low-scoring game, there's been a lot of action so far. Gets it over to Fernandez again. Oh, another charge again, Liz.
Absolutely. And that will be the second foul on Fernandez.
Here's the replay again. Liz sees it coming.
Lizzie's so good at that. How many bumps and bruises does she have after a game?
Yeah, well, you got a lot of stock and ice.
All right.
Liz looks to drive. Gets it over to Shakira. Back over to Abby in the corner. Abby fakes. Looking to drive. Gets it out top to Liz. Throws up a deep 3. Off the front of the rim. No good. Shakira with a big rebound. Loses control.
Yep, she didn't really have it in her hands, unfortunately. It bounced off. Yeah. It's still a 6-0 game so far. 2 minutes and 1 second left to go in this opening quarter.
Jordan Collins just in for Yara Fawaz. Old Rochester still trying to get into their offensive set here. Little running left.
Butler with the hook didn't go, but that goes.
Meg Moran with the first point for Old Rochester. Fox with a 6-2 lead. Caitlin looking to drive. Nothing there. Lisa calling the play out.
Took them almost 8.5 minutes to get on the board. 6.5 minutes to get on the board.
Jordan Collins looking to get in the middle. Travel. They got to travel on that one now. Good defense here. Jordan was looking for someone, and then when the defense clogged up, she kind of fell over.
If I'm Lisa right now, I'm looking at this offense right now and thinking that they're just a little bit too rushed offensively. She may want, if she sees another possession like that, she may want to stop things for a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe not even let the quarter break do it.
Oh, Shaq gets knocked down. No good. Jordan Collins with the rebound. Gets it over to Caitlin. Caitlin looking. Stops and pops top of the key and buries
Bang.
it. Oh,
Gonna
they said
call
it's
it
a
a 2. Just barely had a toe on the line.
Just under a minute left here. Good defense again. Gets it over to Johnson. Shakira gets it down low at 11. Oh, good ball movement there by Old Rochester.
That ball, I think, had to be deflected.
Yeah, I think Liz might have deflected the way. It was a weird angle on that one. So here's Caitlin's shot.
Yeah. Thought she had a foot on it.
So
Well, right now,
Yarafor, sorry, Mark. Yarafor's back in. Shakira Katan taking a breath with 37 seconds left here in the first quarter.
one thing for sure right now, Old Rochester's not getting its outside looks, the three-point shots that have sustained them for a lot of this year. And I think they're overreacting to that by trying to penetrate. I don't know if they think that they have a size or strength advantage. There's not much of one if they do.
Right.
But like I said, I don't think they've seen this kind of defense.
Caitlin tries to go for three and gets blocked. Oh, nice move. Gets past Caitlin. Throws one up and in. I think that was Moran again. Caitlin looking, 8 seconds left. Gets it to Liz. Liz drives. Puts up a shot, no good. And that should not count. Aiming for the camera. I think Foxboro rushed a little bit there at the end. They had the shot clock that was off. They could have worked the clock down, taken a final shot, but they get a little over anxious. And then, Old Rochester plays good defense, comes right back down and scores to cut the lead to 8-4. So
yeah, I'd have to agree with you, Mark. I think that they were a little bit. I would say just a little bit rushing things on the last couple of offensive possessions. I don't know why. I don't know if they feel they have to or not. I don't see anything out of Old Rochester here that tells me they're going to be that good defensively to force them into bad shots. Caitlin just was a little slow in getting off her shot, which is why the last one was blocked. But all in all, still a good start. 8-4. They just have to make sure the last couple of possessions I didn't like. I want to see them straighten that out pretty quickly here. Get off to a good start in this quarter, and that'll give them a good boost.
Yeah, like those championship fights, right? Those first couple of rounds, they take a little while to kind of see, what's the strategy going in? Both teams trying to figure out, what does each team want to do? And we'll probably see it open up a little bit more here in this second quarter. So Old Rochester has the ball, has possession.
I mean, if you look at Old Rochester stats, 1,085 points they've scored, only allowed an average of 31.2. They held 5 teams under 20 points, but those are some pretty bad teams.
Oh, good job getting it on the inside there.
So Johnson.
Cadence Johnson.
And all of a sudden it's a 2-point game.
Yeah.
Time for the Warriors to go to work.
Oh, gets deflected. Liz tried to go. Oh, should be foul on Abbott. They had to let it go. Caitlin Mulligan tries to strip it. Should be. Great job there by Caitlin Mulligan to strip the ball from Megan Moran.
This game's gotten kind of physical all of a sudden too, I've noticed.
Yeah,
there's a lot of pushing that's not being called. A lot of arms, a lot of contact.
Nice ball down to Yara, throws it up, no good.
And that was good physical defense on Yara to make her push the shot up a little bit.
Yeah, some of the scouting report on Johnson, she is definitely a bruiser. Someone's wide open, lets it go wide open. Jordan Collins with the rebound. Gets it over to Caitlin. Caitlin looking to surveying the land. Doesn't see what she likes. Brings it back out. Gets it over to Liz. Liz tries to drive. Oh, they got to travel on Liz. So Logan Fernandez coming in for number 14, Jillian Higgins. Also coming in, Sally Butler. So we've got some height coming in here.
Yeah, she's only a sophomore too. There are an awful lot of young kids on this team. They will be dangerous. But if you look at Sally Butler, you see tall, but you don't see Allie Brigham tall.
Right.
You see tall and skinny. Now the fact is, how athletic is she, and can she put up with some physical defense?
You can definitely tell Fernandez has got some good skills, but she definitely likes going to her right. Oh, good job by Caitlin and Liz Yara going all the way, stops, gets it over to Caitlin in the corner. Nowhere to go. Gets it back to Yara.
Bajoli did a good job of cutting down Caitlin's opportunities.
Oh, Jordan gets blocked by, again, that height, Sally Butler. It's going to be a jump ball.
Possession arrow goes to Foxboro on that.
Good passing there by Foxboro, but Butler did a good job of coming back out and blocking that. I think Foxboro's going to have to do a little pump fake every once in a while to get her up and then go around her.
I think you're right.
They got her up. They get Yara on an elbow or a push. So again, Foxboro still 8-6 lead with 6:11 here in the first half. Fernandez bringing the ball up, Malika on her. Looking to set a high pick. Battle down with Yara down below with Mary Butler. Fernandez throws it up. No good. Oh, that should be Foxboro ball, yes. So Sally Butler does a good job with that height to get the ball, but Liz kind of disrupted her a little bit, and then the ball went off of her hand. So
well, we'll see how it goes now. Let's see if they keep her. Oh, they're going to bring it back. They got Johnson to the line quickly.
Get the Twin Towers coming in now.
Yep.
So we get Shakira back in for Abby Hassman.
All right, so let's see if they're going to try to counter, because I noticed that Butler did not get off her feet to get that rebound.
Gets it down low to Shakira. Shakira nowhere to go, gets it back to Yara, throws it up. No good. Johnson with the rebound, looking to run. Gets it out to Bajoli. Back to Johnson, down low. Deflected again. Oh, and off of Jordan. Jordan coming over, help defense. Coach Hone over there just saying, hey, slow it down, girls. Keep it.
I was going to say, I think both coaches are looking at this game and saying it's getting away from us right now a little bit. Both of them. A lot of energy out there on the floor, and it's just not translating into good basketball.
So Fernandez with the ball, looking for Johnson, trying to get it to Johnson. Johnson looking for the pick, gets it down low. Liz gets the ball,
Nice
looking to
steal
run.
by Lizzie.
Slows it down, gets it over to Jordan. Jordan looks to drive. Oh, gets rejected, but Shakira's right there for the putback.
Good job by Shakira on the follow on that. Boy, they needed that basket.
Good job there by Shakira.
Almost a 3-minute drought there by the Warriors.
Johnson brings the ball up, gets it over to Fernandez. They're trying to get it down to Butler.
Let's see, Shakira's on the big girl now. And then
Shakira with a big block.
Good job. She switched off her player and got the block and the rebound.
Jordan Collins. Oh, how is that not a foul? Jordan gets bumped if she's going up for the shot. You're right, Mark. They're really letting a lot go, getting physical. So that's what you want in a championship game, as long as it doesn't get out of control.
Yeah, and it's also as long as they don't get into the ticky-tack fouls while letting the mayhem go. Like that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, nice move there, but doesn't finish it. Oh, number 23, Mary Butler with the putback and the foul on Shakira. So 10 to 8 right now. So Old Rochester could get it within one. And hits it.
Sally Butler.
Caitlin looks to drive, throws one up. Looks like it's going to be off. Over to Jordan, down to Shakira.
And
they got a jump ball.
I would have blown the whistle 2 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
And the possession arrow sends it over to Old Rochester here, so the Bulldogs have a chance to take the lead on this trip down the court.
Yeah, Old Rochester doing a good job of, with they're doubling down and getting those jump balls.
Still, they've been releasing shots that are not exactly as they're not calm shots. They are rushed shots.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
You see they're trying to settle things down a little bit. Shakira gets in the way of a bad pass.
Caitlin looking to drive. They're doing a real good job not letting Caitlin penetrate.
Well, that's
Yara
why
with a
Yara
good
just
pick.
with a pick, but not long enough, though. They notice how they picked her up quickly.
Yara getting back on defense. Brajoli. Oh, good job by Yara to get a hand in there.
Terrific job.
Yara's got that speed. You don't think she's that fast, but she's one of the fastest kids on this team. Here it is right here. Oh, she got right on the arm, too. That should have been a foul.
Well, the arm is part of the ball, I guess.
Not the elbow. Brajoli throws one up from deep three. Doesn't
Rolls
get
off.
the roll.
Wow.
Abby Hash with a big rebound. Caitlin gets it over to Liz. Brajoli right there and gets hammered.
I knew she was going to get hammered on that, too. Boy, I'm telling you. Well, Lizzie, I hope you cash in on these two because you paid for it.
Yeah. You're going to foul. That's the way to foul. Make sure that they don't. Well, she got the shot off, though, but yeah, that was a hard foul. In the NBA, that might have been a flagrant one. Oh, Liz gets the rattle.
I actually saw a intentional foul called in the Mansfield-Feehan game last night, which I didn't think it was anywhere near that, but it actually ended up almost settling the game for Mansfield in their comeback from a huge deficit to beat Feehan by 3 points last night. I wouldn't have agreed with it myself. Good job by Lizzie with both free throws.
Liz gets the second to the roll. They're getting it over to Johnson. They're really looking to try to get Johnson to drive here. Fernandez throws up a three, no good. But goes right in, number 11, Megan Moran. No one picked her up. She just went right in and grabbed the rebound.
Yep. So it's still a 1-point game here.
And Foxboro's got to do a little bit better job there on the boards here. Yara tries to drive, gets it into Shakira, but she's getting attacked down there. Jump ball.
That will be Foxboro ball on the alternating possession.
They're trying to get the ball down low to Shakira, and it just isn't working because the defense is collapsing in on her every time. So they got to do.
Yeah,
Shakira's got to get it.
Three players immediately surround her.
Gets it right over to Liz, and Liz gets fouled going up. They're going to line for two again. That's Old Rochester's sixth foul.
And that's the third on Logan Fernandez. And she is a very big part of this team.
And Liz misses the first. And Fernandez is going to be sitting down.
Yes, she is.
Jillian Higgins back in for Old Rochester. And short on the foul shot. Got a foul on Abby.
Nope. Abby's fourth on the team.
Oh, no good. Gets
Boy,
over to Shakira.
you get the shot open like that on the baseline, you can't be throwing it off the side of the backboard.
I think she was just so surprised she was that wide open.
I agree.
Got to see if we can get Caitlin open up the top of the key. Gets it over to Abby at the top of the key. Trying to get it down. Oh, throws one up. No good, but follows her own rebound.
Mary Butler did a good job, but she still hasn't gotten that out of there yet, and they're going to call a foul.
Yeah. Shakira was on top of her. She was going for the loose ball, but she rolled over on the top, so that's a good call there by the refs.
And that is the second foul on Shakira. She is the first player to be in any semblance of foul trouble for the Warriors.
Gets it down to Johnson, throws one up. That's going to be long. Yara. Yeah, they get number 11 on the.
Yep, she was backing into Yara the whole time during the rebounding effort.
So it should be 1-1. So Yara going to the line. Good job there good box out there by Yara.
And that will be the second foul on Meg Horan.
I was afraid they were going to call a wrap on Yara too.
And they are in the 1-1 now too. So Yara will go to the foul line.
To get a minute 54. So Jordan Collins coming back in for Shakira.
The one thing I see so far, Mark, is they've got to set a couple of picks for Caitlin. Whenever somebody's following her, they're just going to have to step in there, take the hit, and let Caitlin get free for a couple of seconds.
Oh, Jordan Collins skies for the rebound. Gets it back over to Liz, over to Abby. Abby throws one up from outside and hits. It's a two.
Nice job with the 19-footer.
Abby Hasman on Johnson right there, trying to Make sure she's got nowhere to go. Oh, good cut there. Foxboro ball. Good defense again. Yeah. Again, Coach Hone over there is just like, girls, settle down. Settle down.
1:36 left to go in this really low-scoring game. Foxboro up by 3. And we got to see some offense out of a couple of kids here, but they got to help out, create that offense.
Jordan Collins goes right by Johnson. Gets it back to Liz. Liz fakes one, gets it back over to Abby. Abby gets it over to Caitlin. Caitlin looking for some room. They're jumping out on her.
Boy, I tell you how quickly they respond to those picks, too.
Liz throws up a 3 and buries it.
Nice job, Lizzie Davis. Wow. Big shot.
That was a big shot. It was a good job by the team finding the open person. Liz was calling for it. And they got it over to her. Johnson looking to get the ball down low. No good there. Good job by Jordan Collins defensively. Yara gets the rebound and looking to run with it.
Well, they're letting them play physically underneath like that, and when you do, you disrupt that shot. And the shot was also forced a little bit, too.
Rajoli doing a good job. Caitlin throws one up, no good. Yara Fawaz opens with the rebound. Fernandez with the rebound, gets it, looking to run. Gets it over to Johnson. Abby on her, Johnson. Oh, beautiful job by Yara. Steps right in front of it. When Liz came over to gets it over to Abby, looking for Caitlin. Gets it back to Liz at the top. The shot clock is off.
Maggie Brajoli's doing a good job of denying Caitlin. She really is. Not enough, though.
Caitlin with the shot.
And a block by Brajoli.
That's okay. You got 2 seconds left, so Foxboro still has possession, retains possession. Foxboro with a 6-point lead, 17-11 with 2.2 left on the clock. They got to get it in and get the shot off.
And I'm not sure Yara was aware of the time. Yeah. Still, a little bit of a revival at the end of that quarter, and I thought the Warriors rebuild some of their lead that they had lost.
Abby with a beautiful cross-court pass over to Lizzie, who called it out and hit that 3. Like you said, Mark, that was a big shot right there to give them a little bit of breathing room.
If I'm not mistaken, Lizzie is your leading scorer right now with 9 points.
Yeah, Caitlin's got 4, Abby's got 2, and Shakira's got 2. And on the Old Rochester side, Megan Moran's got 6. Cadence Johnson 2, so they're doing a good job holding Cadence to low points, and Mary Butler with 3. So we have a 17-11 first half score. Low output for both teams. Not used to seeing this for Foxboro, that's for sure.
There's a little bit of a helter-skelter pace here. Both teams are trying to rush up the court, trying to beat each other down the court, and then they're letting some physical stuff go on in the paint and around it. And as a result, I think both teams feel a little bit rushed in how they shoot.
Yeah.
I know that Old Rochester's not comfortable with this pace. Foxboro has had a couple of outlets, and Lizzie has been that outlet once they can figure out, get the ball back out, because right now, Caitlin's very well covered. Lizzie has picked up the slack for them, and obviously we've seen Lizzie have a nice little run the last couple of games, and it's a good thing she decided to continue that tonight so far.
Yeah, so it's, it'll be interesting to see the adjustments that Lisa, makes defensively. I think that she'll try to keep things the way that they are, because they're doing a pretty good job on shutting Old Rochester down. They're trying to get the ball inside. And, Foxboro's done a pretty good job team defense-wise handling it. They haven't really tried to take too many outside shots, and the ones they have been a little bit wild. So it'll be interesting to see what Lisa does offensively for adjustments to see if they can spring Caitlin free. And just, you got to give Old Rochester a lot of credit, because they've done a great job defensively on Caitlin.
Yeah, and I think that's got to be a priority right now. And that could mean surrendering a few fouls here and there, too. You start setting physical picks, and you're going to get called for a couple of them here and there. But the message has to be sent out to Old Rochester that we are going to do everything we can to free up our score.
Yep.
And if it means that there's a little sacrifice in fouls, well, you got a couple of kids who could come in and do that, too. I mean, I've seen that done before in any number of games. Gino Auriemma, Connecticut, used that tactic on Sarah Bain years ago at the Conti Forum, one of the few games they played at the Conti Forum in those days, where he sent out the last 3 girls on his bench to go out there and say, you've got 5 fouls, you've got 5 fouls, and you've got 5 fouls. Use them. They held Sarah to 14 points in that game, and that was before Connecticut was Connecticut.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was a big win for Connecticut in that contest. And that was how they did it. Now, I'm not saying you go out there and assault somebody. That's not right either.
But you use the fouls.
But you have to be able to be physical in setting picks. And the one thing I also noticed was how quickly they responded to that, though. There were some picks set, but immediately somebody else would drop off. Somebody, you'd see that there was a pick, but you'd have another defender. What that should mean is that somebody else is going to be free. But if Caitlin's got suddenly someone on her originally, so quickly, she's going to have trouble getting the ball off to somebody too. So So far, it's worked for Old Rochester.
Yeah, it's been a fast pace. It's been sloppy at times, but definitely a fast-paced game so far in the first half. So we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be back here with second half action. Again, Foxboro with a 17-11 lead at the half, and we'll come back for the second half of the championship game on the Warrior Classic. So we'll be right back. All right, well, welcome back to the second half of the Foxboro Old Rochester ladies basketball game. Mark, not a lot of scoring, but an interesting first half.
It was, and again, as we were talking just before we took the break for the halftime, a little helter-skelter. If I'm both coaches, I'm saying we've got to settle down some. We definitely have to settle down some. Take more care in getting the shots off. You went through the scoring before. It's pretty much, it hadn't changed since the last time I saw it. Only 4 players scored for Foxboro, only 3 for Old Rochester. And Mark, on Friday, we're going to find out where these teams are going to be in the tournament. Right now, Foxboro is looking at a number 2 seed in Division 2 South. Norwood is the leader in the clubhouse right now. I think they were either 17-1 or 18-1. So the second loss doesn't help Foxboro to get number 1, but they don't want a third loss to slip down any farther, because they want the home games as far as they can, unless it comes down to that last game against Norwood. And that's a pretty good team, which is coached by former Bishop Feenan star Amy Lepley-Quinn.
Okay.
So we're ready for the second half here, Mark.
Yeah.
Let's see how much they settle down, if at all.
Yeah, exactly. And Old Rochester gets the possession, the first possession of the second half. Caitlin almost steals it.
Well, I'll tell you. See, now that's the kind of pick I'd like to see, is the get for Caitlin, is what we just saw just then.
Yep. But Foxboro couldn't get the rebound. I don't know what happened there. I got screened by the ref, but Foxboro should have got the rebound there. They had a good defense. They're trying to get the ball. Johnson doing back cuts. Nice move. No good, but again, with the rebound.
Mary Butler with the drive, gets her own rebound and gets the score.
So that's not a good way for Foxboro to start off. The 2 or 3 offensive rebounds there for Old Rochester to start. Good job. Brajoli doing a good job defensively on Caitlin. She can't find any space there. Trying to set a pick, but
look how closely she's being guarded. And there's a little contact afterwards. They're not happy with each other. Well, Caitlin's trying to push off as much as she can and get caught with it.
And then Caitlin gets knocked down, but they don't call it. Yeah, Caitlin definitely got a little shove there. Brajoli looking. Foxboro looks a little helter-skelter here, but
they're going to need to help Caitlin out with the coverage by Brajoli. She is all over her.
Oh, Shakira with a great rebound there. Yara looking, couldn't find anyone. Liz was trying to run, but couldn't find it. Gets it over to Caitlin. Caitlin takes a deep 3. It's going to be short. Abby Hassman trying to get in for the rebound. No good. Brajoli with a rebound.
And a timeout right off the bat by Bob Hone, the coach, the veteran coach at Old Rochester. I'd have to say his team's doing better early on. He wants to see something that he wants to change, because they're getting the job done defensively in that very, very strong defense that's being played on Caitlin. is disrupting her shots on the other side. You know, anytime she even remotely gets free, she's pushing it a little bit hard, a little bit. She wants to get it off as quick as she can, and we just saw that with the very, very quick hands that Berjoli has, causing all sorts of problems. And there's, you know, she was riding her the whole time in too. The last time we saw her come down the court, definitely there was not enough room to put a piece of paper between the two of them.
Yeah, she was really right there. And it's interesting though, this timeout by Coach Hone. I think it could also give an advantage towards Lisa, because I think Lisa gets a chance to sit there and talk to the girls and settle them down. They looked a little helter-skelter. She's probably telling them, you got to box out. You can't let, you're doing a good job for 25 seconds, and then you let the ball hit the ground and they get the rebound. So it'll be interesting to see if they come out a little bit more aggressive on the boards.
I don't mean to scare you here, Mark, but I'm seeing a little bit of what reminds me of that Pembroke game last year, and you have a team that has a certain amount of speed and can disrupt some of what Foxboro does. I don't think it's as bad as it was last year, but it's not something you want to let hang around.
Fernandez throws up a three, no good, but gets the rebound. Well, Johnson took a bunny step there, but no good. And Lisa's looking for the travel, and they're not calling it.
And they are definitely getting second chance shots. This time Shakira gets the rebound, and she's fouled.
And that was on Johnson. That's only her first. I thought that might have been her second.
No, I thought if they're calling it on 12, that is her first. That is correct.
Okay.
I did check the fouls over there. I had one wrong myself in the first half.
Caitlin trying to drive, gets blocked.
And then, do you see how she got pushed off as she started to drive?
Nah.
They're going to let a lot of stuff go, apparently, and that Foxboro's going to have to counter somehow. That's why I say set the hard pick.
Yeah, Foxboro has to set better picks, too. Their picks aren't as tight as they should be.
Look at that. They're riding all the way, and they're not calling it.
Shakira gets it down and gets fouled. Yes, and that's going to be 4.
That's 4
on Fernandez.
That is 4 on Logan Fernandez, and I guess in some ways the physical play works until you suddenly and she's like, oh, me? And now she's going to come out, I believe, for Jillian Higgins is going to come in for her.
Shakira hits the first. So that's big because they're picking up the 4th foul with 5.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And as you all know, you only get 5 in high school, and one more and she's out of the game.
Although tonight I think some of these kids are getting 6 or 7.
Yeah,
just the ones that aren't being called.
Well, that is true.
What was that I used to say? I didn't want to get on the officials.
Yeah.
It's for both teams, both sides so far. Both teams are getting the physical play is being allowed.
Yeah, Old Rochester looking to make cuts into the lane off of the picks. Do the old pick and roll. Gets it over to Johnson, trying to get down low. Throws one up, no good. Shakira with a big rebound.
That's
Liz looking to run.
6th rebound by Shakira.
Liz throws it across court to Abby, who fakes. Johnson, good defense, doesn't bite for it. Gets it to Yara at the top of the key. Yara tries to drive. Throws it high off the glass and in!
Beautiful shot by Yara Fawaz. Total body control the whole way in. And she did have to fend off somebody who was on her the whole time.
So looking Johnson taking the ball, looking to bring it at the top of the key, directing traffic over here.
21-13, 4:29 left.
Switching on the pick, there we go. See, they're setting the pick and trying to do the pick and roll or switch. So Foxboro did a good job switching on that pick. And then they just threw the ball away, Old Rochester. So here's Yara's play on the replay.
Watch this. She's got this girl on her the whole. She's got hands. She's got chest. She's got everything on her, and yet she still controls it and gets it in. Nice job.
Good job by Higgins for Old Rochester, keeping her hands up, not really, going after because it could have got an and one on that one. Abby Hassman looking. Oh, good pick set by Yara. Gets it down low to Liz. No good. Shakira gets the ball. Gets it. Oh, gets blocked.
One thing I'm noticing, too, the aggressiveness of Old Rochester is making Foxboro retreat away from the basket. And that's not something Lisa Downs likes, I'm sure.
Berjoli with no good. Yara Fawaz with the rebound. Looking to run. Gets it over to Abby. Down back to Yara. Throws it up high on the glass. No good. Old Rochester with a rebound. Running Berjoli herself. Slows it down. Gets it over to Higgins, who throws up a 3. Going to be well short. Nothing. Air ball.
That could have been such a pretty basket down at the Foxboro end. Unfortunately, it wasn't converted, but what a nice play it was. A good thought.
So
Shakira's-
Jordan Collins, sorry, Mark. Jordan Collins coming in for Shakira, so it looks like Lisa's probably getting a little bit more speed in here now.
Yep. Also probably needs to give Shakira a little bit of a rest. I mean, she certainly has exerted herself a lot in the last couple of times on the court.
Two girls on Caitlin. Gets it back over to Liz. Top of the key. Throws up a deep three. And buries it.
Well, I'll tell you, if they think that they can beat Foxboro by letting somebody else other than Malika
deflected.
score, I think Lizzie Davis is showing that she can score too.
Caitlin gets it over there. See, they get three girls over there. Somebody open. Oh, to Yara Fawaz. Puts it up and in.
If you've got those openings, you're leaving players open. Foxboro is now finding them. And Yara Fawaz, Lizzie Davis, they're coming up big, both of them.
That was a beautiful cut by Yara to find that open space there. And then Abby with a great look and pass to Yara to get it up for the layup.
The overcommitting is what the old Rochester's doing, and it does leave players open. Now Foxboro's finding them right there.
Oh, it's good.
And even then, she had somebody hack her on the way in.
She took a little bit of a hop there, too, but a beautiful bounce pass. I mean, that's the way Abby threw that was. It wasn't one of these ones over the head where we're going to get deflected. She saw it, did a beautiful bounce pass right at Yara's waist to get it so that she can go up for the shot.
26-13, 2:52 left to go in this very fast-moving quarter.
So here's Lizzie's three-pointer. So, again, Abby with the ball gets it over to Liz, who calls it. She's like, yeah, all right.
You see?
Beautiful.
And again, old Rochester overcommitting. Everybody's in the paint. And so as a result, the shot goes back out to Lizzie. Lizzie's got plenty of time to get that shot off. Obviously, someone responded to it, but not fast enough.
Exactly.
Lizzie is really good at that straight-on three, too. I've noticed that over the years.
Yeah, when she gets the time and she has that time to get it, she's like you said, Mark, she's right at it.
That seems to be her favorite spot, I think.
Gets the ball into Johnson. Johnson, gets deflected. Yara.
Boy, she is a tough little cookie, isn't she?
Gets it over to Liz in the corner, looking to get it down to Yara. Yara, nice move. Oh, Johnson. Oh, how did they not call a foul there?
Oh, my goodness. A lot of contact. You know, Lisa said to me during the podcast we did at the beginning of the season that Yara is a lot tougher than she looks, and she's proven that.
They finally got a call there.
On Jordan Collins, maybe?
Yep.
Let's see. Yes.
So Megan Moran going to the line for two. I'll tell you, I will say I'm impressed with, even though Johnson only has 2 points, she is an aggressive, and not in a bad way, but a very aggressive player.
Well, looking at this team, I can see why they laid waste to the South Coast Conference. Certainly, they have skill.
So here's the no call. So Yara, I mean, she had the hand in, she leaned the body in. It was a good job by Johnson to lean in. Like, she didn't bump her, but she leaned. And Moran gets the second shot. But that's a good way to do it when she's going up for the shot. Lean into her. Because more times than not, they won't call that. Jordan looking to drive Yara with a pick. Oh, goes
She's
up
got
another.
an opening.
Jordan
And
throws it up, and no good. Oh, that's going to be Foxboro ball.
Foxboro ball, yes.
Abby has been fighting under there.
You know, it was a nice idea by Jordan because she wanted to wait and let the defense go by her, but she just didn't have a good eye on the basket when she went back up.
And getting the ball in, so it's right over to Jordan, over to Caitlin. Caitlin looking, sets a pick, jumps out on her.
No, even the step back, they're prepared for it.
Oh, beautiful pass to Jordan Collins. Jordan misses. Still Foxboro ball, though. Abby was in there, but off of Cadence Johnson.
And a new clock.
Yeah, you know, in tournament time, you got to bury those layups. Those are golden points right there that, you know, in a close game, you got to make sure you get those because the offensive set was a good set.
Mm-hmm. Lizzie looking to turn around and make it up, but she makes the better decision to come back out. But, and yes, it was a backcourt. She did lose it herself.
Yeah, good job. Mary Butler's very good defensive play. I heard that coming in that old Rochester has very aggressive defensively, and you can see it right now.
Mm-hmm. You know, the starting five for Foxboro averages 52.9 of their 62.1. And now they're figuring out how to do it without Caitlin Malika being at the top of that list.
Oh, nice up and under by Megan Moran, the lefty. So Foxboro 26-14 lead, 26-16.
Malika blocked underneath, and the ball goes out of bounds off of her on the way out.
So we get a minute, looks like a minute 18 here in the third quarter. Foxborough with a 10-point advantage. Looking to get the ball again into Johnson. Oh, they got an offensive foul on Johnson.
Yes, she was out of control
Absolutely.
on the pass.
Yara Fawaz takes the charge this time. Here it is. Yara just standing there. Oh, yeah, that was like a fullback coming in.
Lisa Downs calls a timeout. Probably a good time, too, because there have been a few bumps and bruises sustained in the last few possessions. And like you said, Mark, have that ice concession ready because I think these kids are going to need it.
Yeah, when they're done at the concession stand with the soda and the water, they're going to have to take all that ice and put it on everybody's joints and knees, elbows. So here we go into the huddle with Lisa.
Make sure that when that screen comes, I want it to be a low screen. Okay, it's not way down here because I'm 25 and 25. It's way too low and it's not giving us enough room. So when you get the ball over here, Abby, you need to screen to the knee, but then make sure you're rolling. So look at the roll. If you're not there, make sure that we reverse it. If you see that it's not a good option, get it to here and then over here. Or to over here. All right? Any questions?
So you got Lisa, and then Brian adding a little bit at the end, I think, talking to Jordan.
Well, I'll tell you, nice to see the 10-point lead on the board right now, and with Caitlin Malika only with 4 points to give her a career total of 1,104 at this point. By the way, kudos to Brandon Board in the boys' game today. He pumped in 27 in the Warriors win over Randolph. That gives him 1,043 now.
Old Rochester doing a really good job of, stopping those lanes. Caitlin looking, gets it down low to Yara. Yara trying to find something, gets it to Abby. Abby drives, no good. Over to Liz, no good. Abby trying to get in there, but good job by number 23 with the rebound. And Mary Butler, I'll tell you, Mary Butler's a good player. She's good rebounder, very aggressive.
I'm really impressed, though, especially by Brajoli, how well she's taken the ball away from Malika.
Oh, beautiful play by Abby. Looking to get it on Caitlin on the run.
You're not going to get away from her this time.
Brajoli almost there, and Malika scores.
She almost got there, you're right, but Malika, when she has her eyes on the basket like that, she's not going to be denied.
I will say Brajoli is really quick.
She is good. There's no question about it.
Gets it out to Higgins. Higgins throws one up for two. I'm sorry, Moran. That was Moran again. Caitlin looking to run. Throws one deep three. No good. Abby with a rebound.
Abby has been getting.
Oh, no foul there.
Abby has been getting assaulted. But as the quarter runs out, at least Foxboro has the 10-point lead intact.
So they pushed the lead. They had a 6-point lead at halftime. It was 17-11, so they've pushed it up to a 10-point lead. So here's Abby with the steal. Looks up, running. Here goes Malika, but there's Brajoli trying to block it.
Look how fast she got back there. And not a bad job of recovery either by Mary Butler. But that's a shot that I would bet that Caitlin misses like once out of every 100.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, that is for sure.
An 11-7 quarter for the Warriors as we go into the fourth quarter here. The Warrior Classic title and positions in the seeding are at stake right now.
Yeah, so exactly. So it's a very important 8 minutes here. You've got a 10-point lead. You don't want to get passive either and sit on the lead. You still got to be aggressive, but you don't want to be overly aggressive. If you can work the clock a little bit, I think that's good. But Old Rochester's defense has been so good that even if you work the clock down, you still got to get a good shot, and they haven't been able to do that as often because of that Old Rochester defense.
Both of these teams did have a couple of laughers to laugh about this year. The largest victory for Old Rochester was 52 points over Case High of Swansea. And the largest victory for the Warriors, of course, was 72 points, 86-14 over Milford early in the year. And I'm sure they didn't feel good about doing that.
No.
You know, I mean, just sometimes you have the other kids in the game too. You can't really tell your youngsters not to score.
Exactly. So Foxboro starts with possession in the fourth quarter.
But there are a lot fewer teams like that in the Hockomock League than there are in the South Coast Conference. I'll tell you that.
Gets it down low to Yarrow. Spin move. Gets blocked. Yabby Haspin on the ground trying to get the ball.
Everybody on the floor. That's it. You got to get on the floor for these balls now.
Yeah.
Possession arrow gives it to Old Rochester.
So Cadence Johnson is out, and they get Sally Butler's back in.
I can't get over how many sophomores there are that are contributing to this team, though. They're going to be around for a while. The question is what kind of competition they face. Oh,
Kayla Malka trying to get there to steal it. Oh, Liz almost with a steal. Gets it out. Higgins dribbling around, gets it back over to Fernandez. Back to Higgins. Higgins looking to get it down low. Oh, nice move there by number 23, Mary Butler. Just sliced right through the defense. Cuts the lead to 8. So Shakira looking to come back in here. Caitlin looking to drive. Gets it out to Abby. Fakes. Drives. Gets blocked.
a lot of contact underneath there again.
You know, fouls. Foxborough only has 1. Old Rochester has 3. So Shakira coming back in for Jordan. So now Lisa's saying, okay, I got to put more of my my grit.
Well, fortunately, Shakira only has 2 fouls, and she's the only one who'd even be remotely in foul trouble at this stage of the game. That's nothing.
Yeah, I would love to see Foxborough try to trap up here at the half court. Because they're trying to set picks, and then you can trap them very easily. So Fernandez looking to direct the play. Again, trying to get the cut through. Gets it in. No good.
That was a good idea. It just didn't work. Here comes Malika.
Oh,
you got to call that.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was if they didn't call that one.
And that's the 3rd on Meg Horan. So
that would be good because Marianne's had 5 in the third quarter. She's got 11 points so far this game. So ball's up with Yara, gets it over to Abby. Trying to find Caitlin. Caitlin gives her some room. No good, but Shaq with the rebound puts it up. No good. Yara Fawaz right there with the rebound and puts it up and in.
All right. And this time the Warriors dominated inside the paint, didn't let anybody get in. They boxed out well. That's how you get some points. You got to get the second chance points.
Fernandez looking to drive. Oh, good back cut. Oh. That's the 3rd on Shakira. You know, Moran did a good job there too, though. Moran, if you noticed, she leaned into Shakira. She totally leaned into it, and then Shakira hit her with the body. But that's what they're doing. They're setting the pick, and then they're just cutting to the basket, and Foxborough's not recovering in time. Misses the first shot. So here's Shakira, puts it up, rolls off, gets it over right to Yara.
Actually, she could almost say she got the rebound on that too, so I'm going to give her 9 rebounds now in the game.
And hits the second. So Foxborough with a 9-point lead. They get a block foul on Brajoli. So Old Rochester, originally they did a full court press. Now they're stepping back here. So that's 3 on Brajoli.
She has 3, but given the time of the game, I don't see her stepping back off of her very aggressive. This is the fourth quarter. You got to let it out.
Well, it should be Foxborough ball, yep. So that was Foxborough taking a little out of Old Rochester playbook there. Setting the pick and then rolling with it. I think that what you got to do against somebody like Sally Butler, now she's coming out, but even with Johnson, I was going to say Shakira's just got to go up strong. Don't worry about the block and just go up strong.
Well, the one thing I noticed about Butler, as she was running down the court, she fell down on her own up here. She is not the most confident kid out there and he needed the big kid right now, and that's why they got Johnson back in the ball game.
Oh, nice move, spin move there by Megan Moran. So she's coming to play here. 8 in the second half, 14 for the game.
7-point lead for the Warriors still, but they need to respond.
Caitlin throws one up. No good. Johnson with a rebound, looking to run. Gets it to Fernandez. Oh, a great job by Liz Davis with a jump ball.
Lizzie got her hands on the ball, and that's what. And the possession error is in Foxboro's favor here. So
Foxboro really needs a basket here.
It's a good time for a basket, no question about it.
Right now, Old Rochester with a 5-2 lead in the quarter. Caitlin looking to find some room. Abby sets a screen.
Yeah,
gets it over to Liz in the corner.
They're just not really. They're not stepping in front of her. They really should.
Gets it back to Liz.
Nobody's in foul trouble. They have the ability right now to set some picks.
Oh, bad pass there by Abby. Throws up Moran. No good.
Well,
Abby with a rebound.
If they hit half of the shots they've missed, they'd be up by 15 points in this game.
Caitlin throws one up, no good. Shakira gets in, rips the ball. It's a jump ball. Old Rochester ball. So good drive there by Caitlin. But I think she was a little flustered by Johnson standing right there ready to swat it back at her. 4.5 minutes left here with Fox with a 7-point lead.
She did not have an optimal path to the basket on that one. Oh, how'd she not get called a foul for a foul on that one?
Boy, I'll tell you, they really, at this point in time.
Oh, my goodness. Ugh, mayhem.
Yeah, Caitlin came down with a karate chop right there on Fernandez. They're looking to get Fernandez to run. Liz with a steal.
All right, Lizzie, I think it's time to pull it up a little bit. Oh, God, look at that. Every time somebody has the ball, there has to be contact.
Oh, flop. Liz throws up a three. No good.
Lizzie did do a good job of pushing her off with her elbow, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
With a forearm more.
Oh, nice defense.
Nice job by Lizzie on that. A good block. Tie her up.
Another jump ball.
Well, she got her arms, and I guess the arms are part of the ball.
I guess so. And it looks like Foxboro's possession, so.
It is.
So a timeout here.
And I think it's a good time for a timeout. 3:51 left, and things are getting a little out of control for both teams here. So time for a deep breath. It's a 7-point game, Mark. Foxboro's in control, but they're having to fend off a lot of contact out there. And I'll be honest, I want to see them lay a hit on somebody. I mean, not in any way, shape, or form a dirty one, but they've got to set a pick somewhere along the way, and they have great opportunities too. Yara 1 foul, Lizzie 1 foul, Abby 1 foul. You know, they've got the people out there who can set a pick right now.
No.
And if they get called for the foul, well, yeah, but at least they know that you got to step back from Caitlin Malika.
Yeah. The thing I'm worried about here, Mark, though, is that the refs have been letting it go.
True.
And this is where it sometimes can get out of control, because when you let it go this way and you're not calling a tight game, now all of a sudden it's like, okay, I've been getting bounced around all game long, and now they're going to get like, Old Rochester might get even more physical.
Well, let's also hope that they don't suddenly change their tactic and go with the suddenly call everything here in the last 3:51, because we'll be here all night if that's the case.
Yep. But, you know, it's like at some point in time you gotta call the foul on Old Rochester, because, I mean, they're coming down physical every single time, bumping them and banging them every single time down the floor.
I'll tell you, this is good for the Warriors, though.
Absolutely.
They need to have a game like this. And, again, I said it when they played North Attleboro, and North came back strong late in the game. They need to have this kind of challenge, because it doesn't get any easier after this.
Yep. Caitlin looking. I'll tell you.
Boy, I tell you, that girl's done a great job. She has done a terrific job on Caitlin Malika.
That's a kick. It's a kick.
Well.
Doesn't call it. Went right off of the toe. Oh,
and that's a walk. They have to call that, and they did. Good job. Because he's standing right in front of me, and I don't want to get thrown out of the ball game.
I'm yelling into the mic. I mean, look at this. Right off the
Mark,
off the shin.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Sometimes they define that as whether there was an attempt by the player to kick it or whether it was just a ball thrown off the leg. There are different interpretations of that these days, as it was explained to me at a game.
Caitlin trying to get it down to Shakira. Shakira trying to muscle up, and they call Shakira on the foul. No, that's a good job of Mary Butler selling that one.
And that's the 4th foul on Shakira.
Yeah. There was definitely contact. Shakira did lean into her, so Shakira doesn't like the call, but Butler. Oh, look at that, a moving pick there, but they don't call that one on Butler.
Well, the Warriors are going to take care of business here, and Jordan Collins is going to come back into the ball game.
Nice spin move. Gets it out to Brajoli. Throws up a 3, no good. Abby getting knocked down.
It has
it's Foxborough ball.
It has been a saving grace in this contest that the Bulldogs have not been able to hit their outside shots.
No. So we get 2:54. Foxborough again still with a 7-point lead. We'd like to see a basket down here.
We've been stuck on this score for a while.
Yeah, 2 points just for the fourth quarter.
I would feel a lot better about things if they would get a basket now. Look at that. Look at how really great defense this kid's playing. Absolutely incredible. Yara underneath gets it back out.
Gets it to June. Travel.
Oh, darn it, Lizzie.
Darn it. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that. You could see she was a little anxious with that one.
I hate to say it, I see a little uncertainty creeping into the Warriors right now. They can't allow a score on this trip down the court.
So we'll see what kind of defense here. We get 2:27 here with still a 7-point lead.
I would love to see a transition basket here.
Johnson looking to get into the corner. Yara almost with tips it. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson looking to drive. Gets it cross course to Brajoli. Throws it down low.
To Johnson.
Up and into
nice
Johnson.
Play. Very nice play.
Her first point since the second quarter. Foxborough 2 minutes left with only a 5-point lead. Coming down to the wire here.
And Lizzie is upended by Meg Horan. That is her fourth.
Or is that the 6th foul?
It still says 6 up there.
I think it went from 5 to 6. So minute 54, but a fresh 30 seconds.
Well, now they've got at least finally the Bulldogs have a player with 4, and Shakira will come back in and play with 4. Might as well.
Gets it over to Caitlin. Caitlin looking, throws one, gets deflected.
Oh my goodness, that kid is good. What quick hands what absolutely quick hands that Maggie Brajoli has.
So we got a minute 49, 5-point lead here for Foxborough. We need a real big defensive stop here, and then, we're going to see what happens here, but Fernandez trying to bring it up, looking to drive. Throws one up high, no good, but Shakira Katat with a rebound. Gets it out to Liz.
10th rebound for Shakira Katat.
Liz gets it over to Caitlin, throws up a floater, and hits!
That is a big basket right there.
Johnson looking to run and throws it away. So on that last play, Liz, great job running. Caitlin running with her. Liz takes the defender just a little bit towards her and throws it right over to Caitlin with a soft floating jump shot.
Opened up Caitlin for the easy open shot. May not be a 3, but right now she'll take whatever she can get.
I think Foxborough going to find a good shot here. Get the clock down low here. Abby Hassan trying to fake it. Gets it outside. Johnson right on it, trying to get it down to Shakira Katant. Yara Fawaz with a rebound, gets it.
Thank you for the official for screening that one, too.
Abby gets it down to Shakira. Shakira gets fouled. Finally called one on Mary Butler. They finally got her. Shakira going on the line for 2.
I love how you get into these games, Mark. Look at this. They had a great job. And then still a response. I mean, Butler moved over quickly, but.
Shakira hits the first. That's a big foul shot.
That is a huge foul shot.
Puts it up 8 with a minute 4 left. And Shakira hits the second.
This is the kind of challenge you want to end your regular season.
9-point lead with a minute left.
And now,
Rochester.
Timeout called. Yep.
It's a good timeout. Look, Fernandez was dribbling, looking to get a play, and Foxborough's defense was not allowing them on those picks.
And Lisa will play some offense-defense now, and she will have
Jordan Collins
coming in, right?
Yeah, so Shakira sits down, and then Jordan Collins coming back in. So, Foxborough.
56.7 seconds left. Let's see what Lisa's going to tell them to do.
You got to make sure, I know it's their ball right now, but you got to make sure the 4 across, okay? Looking at first, Abby. Yara, you can look in at the guard to the ball fake, but then it's going to be Abby that's going to be open to come and score forward. I have a ton of timeouts. If you feel like you get the ball, you can call a timeout, okay? And now we got to make sure we're using the clock, guys. We don't want to take an early shot down here. We want to make sure that we're using as much time as 10 seconds left in the clock. And then we'll look.
By the way, Mark, in the shameless plug department, I want to mention that I'm doing a new podcast, a brand new podcast on Thursday. My guest will be a return visit from Lisa Downs. And she is the most popular guest I've had so far of all 14 episodes I've had of it, including some of my NFL friends. So I'm sure people will be happy to hear that.
Well,
they'll be able to listen to it.
I listened to the first one. It was an excellent podcast. And then I read your blog as well. And it's excellent. And everyone should definitely do yourself a favor. If you want to learn something about basketball or any sports, listen to Mark's podcast or his blog. And believe me, you will not be disappointed. Fernandez looking, gets it down low, throws it up, and no good.
Is that foul going to be on Lizzie, is it? No. Yeah, I think it might be. It is. It's the second foul on Lizzie. And by the way, the address on the blog is www.theownersbox2020.com.
Excellent.
I got my own website finally.
There we go. Mary Butler looking for the first shot. Rattles in and out.
And it only cost $1 a month. So, that's amazing. I used to have a domain name a long time ago. It was costing me like $35 a month, and I never used it. So now
$1 a month. That's fantastic.
Well, Google or they make enough money. I guess they can do it that way.
So Butler with the second shot and gets it. Oh, bad pass there. Yeah, a little cross up between Lizzie and Caitlin. So 41.9 seconds, 8-point lead. Yeah, just a miscommunication there. So Rochester with the ball.
And you know Old Rochester will be fouling after any kind of situation here.
Fernandez, they're trying to gets it over to Johnson.
They have got to get a shot off here, though. They're wasting time. They are wasting time.
Gets it over to Jolie, no good. Gets it to Fernandez, throws up a three, no good. Liz with a rebound.
Now we're going to see some fouls, and they're not fouling. Wow, I would have fouled immediately. 15 seconds, they're just giving Foxboro the game.
Wow.
They have just given the Foxboro Warriors the game.
I don't get that at all. I don't understand why they didn't foul. So Liz going to the line for a one-on-one.
And that is the fifth foul on Logan Fernandez. Wow, I cannot believe that they did not foul on Lizzie's rebound.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you're down 8 points with 30 seconds left.
And the guy's been coaching for 42 years. He should know that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I could coach, but that's just basic basketball. You close game, if you got to get back to it, you got to send these people a foul line and hope you get the rebound. Lizzie Davis will go to the line here with a chance to just ice this thing.
And misses. Nope. But Abby Hashman gets the rebound.
Good job by Abby.
And that's going to be the game right
8,
there.
7, yep. Well, they're not going to go out. 1.9 seconds left. Foxboro will be able to just touch and end it.
Yeah. I'll give you this, though. Rochester fighting right to the very end.
Old Rochester has put on a battle, and Yara Fawaz says, that's it. We've got the trophy. And we've got a lot of bumps and bruises, and we're going to need that ice that Mark Davis promised.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you, you've got a little consistency here. 17 points in the first half, 17 points in the second half for Foxboro. And, Old Rochester was, they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. They're definitely going to be a tough out for whoever they play.
Is this the lowest scoring game for the Warriors this year?
It could be.
39. They only scored 39 against Oliver Ames in the loss. I think that's it. This is the lowest scoring game they've had this year. And, when you get down to it, too, it's a W. You'll take it.
That's it. And that's when, that's all that matters right now, whether you win or lose ugly, as long as if you win ugly, it doesn't matter. That's the big thing. You get the victory. So I know they're going to be doing trophy presentations.
I dare say I believe Lizzie was the leading scorer tonight with 12 points for the Warriors.
I believe you are correct, and I think for
8 for Caitlin Malika, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that may be, I want to say, the second time this year that she's been out of double figures, and I think one of them was one of those games where she didn't play that much. It might have been one of the Milford games.
Interesting. 3 girls scored for Old Rochester. You got Megan Moran with 14, who led all scorers, and then Cadence Johnson with 4, and Mary Butler for number 8.
Yeah, that was it.
So,
but boy, I mean, I'm going to continue to rave about the defensive performance by sophomore guard Maggie Brujoli. She was terrific.
So they're doing awards. I didn't hear what the awards are, but
I think they're just giving out the Old Rochester, or maybe
Liz got an award for Foxboro. Caitlin Malika with an MVP. Yeah, with those 20, I think it was 23, 26 points last night.
Yes, it was 26 for Caitlin.
You know, so Caitlin with 8 tonight, so that's a total of 34.
And let's see what they do here.
The sound system's not very good here, so I couldn't really hear what Mr. McGowan was saying.
I wonder if they've just haven't decided who they're going to give it to. Okay.
Yeah, so the championship trophy goes to the Warriors. So Caitlin Malika with the MVP. I couldn't hear. I think Mary Butler got an award for Old Rochester, and Liz got the other award for Foxboro.
So, wow.
Yeah.
I think that's a big hue on that one for the Warriors. Challenged, but met the challenge.
And like you said, Mark, that's a great test of a very good team.
Yep.
And that's the kind of competition you're going to be seeing. So I think that for Lisa, this is going to be one of these games to say, hey, listen, you know what? I'm not happy with the 34 points. Want to score a little bit more, but it showed that you can win a lower scoring game. And when you get into the playoffs, you're not going to get 75 to 25 blowouts. It just doesn't happen very often. So I think for the team tonight and over the past couple of games, seeing Situate and now Old Rochester, it gives them a really good opportunity to look inward to say, what do we need to do going into the tournament and get them ready for it.
Also, one thing I hope they remember is that they were also kind of lucky tonight that Old Rochester had an awful lot of open looks. They had an awful lot of open shots and could not hit them. They could not hit anything from outside. And as a result, as I said, I didn't keep my usual scoring totals like I normally do with the shot attempts, but I have a feeling that if Old Rochester made just half of the shots they missed, they would have won this game going away.
Yep.
Whereas Foxboro had to battle for all their shots.
Absolutely.
Caitlin did not have her shot all night long. No. And the ones that she did get were rushed.
Yeah. And I think you got to give Old Rochester all the credit in the world for that, because they did a phenomenal job. Because even when you had one girl on and she got by, there was somebody else right there. So they knew exactly what they were doing. But early in the game, that second quarter, Liz stepped up, and that's what you need.
Yep.
I mean, she ended up scoring 5 in the second
Lizzie
quarter. She
stepped
had 4
up.
in the first quarter.
And some really good hard work inside by Yara Fawaz tonight.
Yep. And Abby Hassman and Shakira as always.
I had Shakira with 10 rebounds in the contest. Only 6 points, but 4 for 4 in foul shots in the second half. And believe me, opportunities were not coming that many. There weren't that many opportunities for the Warriors. Anytime you got to the line, you had to try to convert it. And I thought, that those were key shots.
Absolutely.
So, again, a lot of things you can look at about this game, and I'm sure, like Lisa normally is, she'll be up at 4 o'clock in the morning looking at film.
Yeah.
But I think that all things given, the Warriors will be in a good place going into the tournament. Probably the number 2 seed. I don't know who Norwood was playing, if they had any more games. I believe they did. That is a good team. They've got some size. They've got speed. They've got a pretty good group over there.
Yep.
And Amy Lepley has done a great job with that team. And certainly they will be the challenge. But there are some other teams that they're familiar with. Like I mentioned, Pembroke is going to be somewhere in the middle of the pack. And I know tomorrow we'll also find out whether North Attleboro makes it. North Attleboro has to play Attleboro at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and a win sends North Attleboro to that. They would be the last seed.
Yeah.
Don't know what I think right now. I saw about 17 teams possibly. How the brackets will fall, I don't know. I'm not good at bracketology, But
I'm sure they get all the formulas that they have to do. So that's going to be either Friday or Sunday.
Friday at the MIA offices in Franklin. Everybody meets and they thrash all this out. And this is the last year that it's going to be that easy to thrash it out, Mark. They are going to change no matter what. There is a vote on February 28th about going to a statewide tournament. Even if that vote does not pass, the MIA has decided to turn seeding over to Max Preps,
No, okay.
and they are going to do power seating from now on in every sport. And I'm not a big fan of that because it brings subjectivity into it.
Yeah.
The other thing I don't like about it is that Max Preps will not tell anybody how they do it, how they determine who's better than who isn't. It's a completely proprietary system. So as a result, coaches will not really know how they're stacking up in the seedings. You have an idea. It causes problems, as far as I can tell, in terms of who you're going to scout.
Yeah.
You know, who you're going to be able to follow over those last few weeks to know if you have a shot of playing somebody. I got to admit, I'm not a big fan of this plan. And even if the statewide tournament is shot down, which basketball would then go to 5 divisions, and you might be playing a first-round game against Lennox
No.
on
Yeah.
a nice little drive. Now, is that going to help the parents getting out of their work and having to suddenly drive all the way across the state to see a game?
Yeah,
It's hard enough to get them into the home games.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it, but this push has gotten a lot of momentum, and we'll see what the schools decide. But like I said, no matter what, they're going to go to power seeding next year. So that will. Whenever we see, let's just say, when we see the pairings next year, we're all going to be surprised.
Yeah.
You can't guess anymore as to who's going to be the number 1 seed or anything. It's like, okay, we'll find out when they're out.
So we'll have to wait for all that information on Friday. We're going to take a quick break here. I think Lisa will probably be out. Probably, I don't know if she'll have the team or maybe Caitlin, who was the MVP, but Lisa will be out and usually with one of the players. So we'll be back in a few minutes with the after-game interview. So hold on tight. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, well, welcome back here. I am here with Coach Lisa Downs, as usual, and Abby Haspin. Congratulations on the Warrior Classic Championship.
Thank you.
I don't know if you're going to consider it a classic. It was a kind of low-scoring affair, but both defenses came to play tonight, and that was evident in this game.
Yeah, I was thrilled with our defense, to tell you the truth. I think that was as close as we've gotten to a perfect game defensively as we have all season. So everybody was rotating. Everybody was, we were boxing out much better than we were last night. And I think we created a little bit of our own chaos in there that we haven't really been able to do quite yet this season.
Yeah, but 11 points in the first half, so that just goes to talk about the defense. Abby, again, big on the boards as usual. You had a couple of big boards. It was a very physical game. The refs let what I thought a lot go under the boards. How did you feel, under the boards tonight? Did you feel like you were getting beat up under there?
Yeah, a little bit more than usual, I think. But it was physical both back and forth, and I think they called it fair, but they definitely let a lot more go. So I kind of knew it was going to be physical going in, but just had to tough it out on the boards, I guess.
So do you feel? So we're going to have a couple of replays here, as always. So, beautiful shot from the top there, just inside the three-pointer.
This much.
And again. Great steal right there, and then a good look over to Caitlin. Come up and make the play.
Yeah.
So Abby, do you feel that this is going to be kind of a good springboard heading into the tournament?
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to win out this tournament. We did it last year, and I think it definitely helps us going in just with a little more confidence in our abilities. These 2 games were definitely good to prepare us for the postseason.
Yep. So, Lisa, what did you do at halftime? I know that you guys had a 6-point lead. It was 17-11. Bajoli was doing a phenomenal job on Caitlin. You could see that Caitlin was getting a little frustrated that she couldn't get a shot off just because they had such great defense.
Yeah.
And once you get by her, there was another defender there.
Right.
So what were some of the things that you talked at halftime to the team?
I mean, we didn't really do that much different other than just recognize the fact if the first option isn't there, then we need to reverse the ball and get it to the second or third option. But we just knew, I just trying to tell them just to up fake and go at the basket. And once that second defender comes, we got to look for that open player. And we still didn't do it perfectly, but at least we showed a little bit more patience, I think. But they did a great job. They were switching on every single screen, which was adding a lot of the screening offenses, be hoping to catch one of them off, out of position or whatnot. But they did a great job. But I think we're going to be shut down a lot of times, and we're going to have some poor shooting nights. But as long as we make up for it on defense, which Malika may not have had her best shooting night, but defensively, I thought she played very well.
Yeah, she did.
And so I think we add our guards defense too. Abby's always consistent in there with her defense and her rebounding. So I think we're on the right track right now.
I think in that third quarter too, for what Mark and I noticed, they were really over pursuing. Old Rochester was over pursuing, and you guys did make the extra pass. And then there was a little bit of a stretch that you were getting easy baskets.
Yeah.
easy when I say that you had good looks at the basket. They still had pretty good defense to come back. So Abby, was that something that you noticed? Well, I mean, you made a great pass. It was a bounce pass to Yara. That was a beautiful bounce pass as she was running. So that was something that I noticed. And is that something that you've been working on in practice at all?
I think what we've been working on most is just looking for the extra pass for sure, and I wanted to just calm it down a little more on offense and look for the extra options. And once we slowed it down a little bit and we got patient with it, those cuts were definitely there.
Yeah. So I think it's a great way. Obviously, Friday the MIAA is going to be doing the seeding. So, thinking about it, we're thinking you guys probably will end up with a 2 seed.
Yes.
Depending on what Norwood does, I would imagine, right?
Norwood's already
they're going to be the number 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you feel going in having that number 2 being, having that home court early on?
That's huge, and I don't think people really realize how much of an important accomplishment that is, because it's just that everyone has nerves when you go into the state tournament, but at least to have that familiarity of your own court, it's huge. But you're going to be facing good teams night after night, and no one wants it to be their last night. So we got to just make sure that we're playing 100%, tuned in, come whatever that first game may be. So
I'm sure there'll be lots of practices this week.
Yes.
Get you ready. But what we're going to say, and we're going to be signing off now, but since, we'll find out what the seedings are going to be on Friday. Once we find out, the first game is going to be a home game. So I'm going to beg and plead, again, as I always do, get this gym packed. These girls have been battling their what's off all year long. They've been working real hard. They need a full gym on whenever it is going to be, probably, I would think, next week.
Probably
at some
Wednesday
point
or so. Yeah.
So, no excuses. Get you guys out here. We want to see them. Abby, you can even show the plaque here just to show that they are the champions for the tournament. 2020. 2020 means great vision. So we want to make sure that we get everyone out here and support the girls. I know we'll be here, and obviously Lisa's going to be she's been doing a great job all year, and the girls will be doing a great job. So please come out and support them. We want a full gym. Loud voices, because they're going to need your support.
Absolutely.
So again, congratulations on the Warrior Classic. Congratulations on the great
Thank
season.
you.
Hopefully a lot more to come going into the tournament, and we're going to wish you guys the best of luck in the tournament coming up.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right, thanks everyone, and have a good evening.
Thanks.